They're off in the Draftkings Travers, and Bracket Buster flies out of the gate, and so does Magnitude. Magnitude, Bracket Buster, as expected, 1-2, and McAfee is moving into contention. Sovereignty is close up. He's one from the outside and only 2 lengths off the lead. And Strategic Focus, who did not have the greatest of beginnings, is 5th and last, moving through along the rail. So it will be Magnitude to set the tempo, and Magnitude leads it by a length, trying to slow things down as much as possible with Bracket Buster right off his flank. The opening quarter went in 23 and 2/5 seconds. McAfee is racing in 3rd. And then it's Strategic Focus, and Junior Alvarado has the Kentucky Derby, and Belmont winner Sovereignty not far behind. And he's tugging his way forward to be a joint 3rd. The half went in 47 and 2. They run down the back stretch, and it's Magnitude leading the way. He's a neck in front of Bracket Buster, who's keeping him honest. And now Ben Curtis lets it out a notch, and Magnitude expands that lead to almost a length. Strategic Focus and Sovereignty are side by side. Sovereignty has a clear path now. He's 3rd and 2.5 or 3 off the lead with less than a half mile to go. McAfee has dropped back, 1:11 and 1. Magnitude pushed along now. Bracket Buster is up alongside, and Bracket Buster puts his head in front, heading to the quarter pole. 2 lengths back to Sovereignty as Bracket Buster tries to sprint away, but here comes Sovereignty now. He's let loose with those big, powerful strides. Bracket Buster on the inside, and Sovereignty and Bracket Buster a long way back to Magnitude in 3rd. They're in the final furlong, and we are witnessing greatness. Sovereignty pouring it on, and for the first time since 1995, we have a Kentucky Derby, Belmont, and Draftkings Travers winner as Sovereignty rolls home to win by more than 8 lengths.
7 of them set to go. And they're off in the 2025 St James's Palace Stakes. Windlord away pretty smartly. Officer in the pink on the outside in company with Rashabar, the green spots on a white cap. The purple of First Wave. Ruling Court towards the inside. The all blue. The grey Field of Gold is held up towards the back of the field. And Henri Matisse is the early back marker. Rasheen Murphy glances round on Windlord. Is disputing the lead with Officer, with Rashabar. Last year's Coventry Stakes winner in 3rd place. The Newmarket Guineas winner, Ruling Court, is just chased along gently in 4th place with First Wave on the outside, and then Field of Gold and Henri Matisse keeping one another company at the back of the field. The front 2 have opened up a gap of about 4 lengths on the others. They come beyond halfway. Officer and Wayne Lorden on the outside of Windlord. A break then of 3 or 4 to Rashabar. First Wave pushed along the outside. Ruling Court is still under pressure with on the outside then Field of Gold starting to maneuver closer. Henri Matisse will need to pass them all to win as they turn into the home straight and run towards the final 2. Field of Gold starting to shift through the gears on the outside, and he's getting there very easily. Field of Gold strides into the lead. Henri Matisse down the outside of Officer, then Rashabar. Nothing from Ruling Court or Windlord up towards the line here, running inside the last furlong. It is Field of Gold. He's 5 or 6 lengths clear of Henri Matisse, who's gone into a clear second. Field of Gold and Colin Keane, the gold standard in the St James's Palace.
Et c'est sous les ovations de la foule qu'il s'élance pour le Qatar, prix de l'Arc de Triomphe, les plus beaux 2400 mètres de l'année, avec la favorite Mini Ho qui a pris un très bon départ à la corde. Elle va être relayée peut-être à son extérieur par le japonais Alohi Ali, qui est monté par Christophe Lemaire, alors que l'on retrouve en 3e position Qualificar, en 4e position Sozi Kisizana se rapproche à l'extérieur, le 14 Otazel devant Gézora, pendant que le 15 Croix du Nord est pour l'instant logé en épaisseur. Il y a à l'arrière-garde le numéro 3 Howl Regal, il y a les phares également, le numéro 1 Javeletto qui sont en retrait, et Byzantine Dream qui est en dernière position alors qu'il passe à l'instant derrière le Petit Bois.
Et ils en ressortent à présent avec Otazel qui a l'avantage, le concurrent japonais Croix du Nord qui est venu se placer à son extérieur. Encore plus à l'extérieur vient Los Angeles. Mini Hawk, la favorite de cet Arc de Triomphe, bénéficie pour le moment d'un bon parcours. Elle est 4e, tout près des animateurs cachés côté corde avec Kisisana, Aventure qui viennent ensemble en 6-7e 5e position. Daryz, Alou et Ali qui sont un petit peu plus loin avec Kalpana qui galope à flanc de peloton. Sozi qui est patiente à l'arrière en compagnie de QIPCO qui est un petit peu cadencé. Les phares Jezora sont également à l'arrière-garde avec Byzantine Dream également.
Les concurrents qui sont dans la descente de la grande piste et c'est maintenant le japonais Croix du Nord qui a le meilleur devant Otazel qui est deuxième, Los Angeles est troisième, Mineo qui est quatrième devant Kisizana pendant que Daryz vient à l'intérieur devant l'As Javeletto avec Aloui Ali accompagné en dehors par la favorite Aventure qui vient devant Kalpana, devant Sozi accompagné par les phares, par Byzantine Dream, par Jezora, par White Birch le numéro 2 et par Arrow Eagle alors qu'ils sont maintenant dans la fausse ligne droite.
Avec Croix du Nord qui a l'avantage, Otazel à son intérieur. Mineo qui vient en 3e position, Los Angeles est 4e, Kisizana est tout près, Javelotto qui va ensuite côté corde avec Daryz qui est en embuscade en position de gendarme, Byzantine Dream qui tente de venir côté corde, Kalpana, Aventure tente de progresser complètement à l'extérieur.
Et c'est la favorite maintenant, Mini Hawk qui est lancée au centre, Daryz à son tour qui progresse à l'extérieur, Kalpana qui refait du terrain, Aventure est en 4e position à 250 mètres du but, Mini Hawk à l'avantage avec Daryz de plus en plus fort, accompagné à la corde par Byzantine Dream, Mini Hawk avec Daryz, Daryz de mieux en mieux, Mini Hawk qui repart à l'intérieur, Daryz avec Mini Hawk avec Daryz, Daryz qui à la fin va peut-être triompher devant Mini Hawk, on affichera photographie.
They're off in the Breeders' Cup Classic. Baeza was off to a slow beginning. Fierceness goes out to the early lead and runs straight today and straight to the front. Contrary Thinking now moves up alongside of him, and Contrary Thinking will take the lead. Forever Young is close. He's right there on the outside, and Fierceness is down toward the rail. Then comes Mindframe and Antiquarian. Journalism is guided inside by Jose Ortiz. Nevada Beach is along the rail. Baeza is second last, leading only last year's winner Sierra Leone. Has the opening quarter mile in 23.04 seconds. So Contrary Thinking out there doing his job. He's in front by 2 lengths. Ever Young on the outside of Fierceness, second and third. Brink of Two to Nevada Beach, who's down toward the rail. Mindframe on the far outside. Journalism between those two, just 4 from the front. Antiquarian, and it's 3 back to Sierra Leone and Baeza. 45.97 was the half mile. With 5 furlongs to run, Contrary Thinking leads the field up the Breeders' Cup Classic in front by a half a length. With Forever Young right alongside. Mindframe just to the outside of them, makes it 3 in a line. Fierceness just in behind with Journalism to his outside. Then Nevada Beach, Baeza, Sierra Leone between them, and Antiquarian is the trailer. Around the far turn, Forever Young pokes his head in front. Mindframe and now Journalism confronts them. As Contrary Thinking drops back, Baeza is 4 wide. Fierceness in behind horses. Sierra Leone is right in contention too, as they make their way to the top of the stretch. And they're into the stretch of the Breeders' Cup Classic. And Forever Young turns for home with the lead. Journalism is second. Sierra Leone, Fierceness, 1 off the rail. Still Forever Young to catch. Fierceness is coming. Sierra Leone and Journalism, they're coming to the finish. And it is Forever Young. Celebrate Japan!
They are ready and they're off and racing. For the Juddmonte International Group 1 of 2025, Burr Castle on the outside alongside the white and red colours of Danon Desal, who's just restrained leaving the stalls, and that allows Burr Castle to come across to the inside rail and leads, and goes on now by about 3 lengths. Danon Desal leads the main group, with Ombudsman behind him. On the inside then is Daryz under a little bit of a tight rein. Just behind him, Delacroix has settled beautifully into this, and alongside him is the filly, See the Fire. And Burr Castle has opened up a lead of about 10 lengths then as they pass the 7 furlong marker over on the far side. We've seen this before. The main group, Danon Desal, is in front, under restraint still, under a tight rein there from jockey Keita Tosaki. Ombudsman is on his outside, See the Fire next, and they've completely ignored the pacemaker here, Burr Castle, who's going to be running down the side of the course, a good 20 lengths clear as they begin to approach, or he begins to approach the home straight. The other 5 runners, only separated by about 3 lengths, are 20 lengths behind him, and Burr Castle turns into the home straight of the Juddmonte International with a very, very long lead. He's gone past the 4 marker, and he must still be 25 lengths clear in the hands of Rab Havlin. what the others up to at the moment. They need to get to work because Ombudsman has not made a move just yet. Burkastle still in front. His lead is beginning to get chipped away now, though, as he comes down inside the final 2 furlongs here. Danon Desal is now working to close with Ombudsman. Daryz on the rail. And then comes Delacroix, who's asked a few questions. On the outside is See the Fire. Still Burkastle. Can he pull off an incredible upset? He's in front, but Ombudsman is now beginning to chip into that lead and quickens past him in tremendous style. This is Ombudsman's Juddmonte, and he storms home to win highly impressively and wins by 4 lengths.
Standing by for the QIPCO Champion Stakes of 2025, and they're away. Almeric switched in behind early. Devil's Advocate kept very wide. Mount Kilimanjaro also going forward in the dark blue. The pack are headed by Fox Legacy, Delacroix and First Look. Then on the inside, Yellow Jacket Almacam as the pacemakers track across. Ombudsman is held up towards the back behind Calandagan, and then Economics on the inside. Prague is on the inside of Almeric. First Look in the red cap out wide as they go into Swinley Bottom, and it's Mount Kilimanjaro from Devil's Advocate. In third is Almacam, then Fox Legacy. They're followed then on the inside by Prague, and then First Look, and then Almeric on the inside. Economics just looked a little short of room perhaps around there. Delacroix just ahead of him now from Calandagan, and Ombudsman, who must be 12 lengths behind the leaders, is last of all. They're already heading towards the final 5 furlongs, and the 2 pacemakers are now set alight. Mount Kilimanjaro and Devil's Advocate. They go 5 lengths clear of Almacam in second. Prague is back in fourth, then Fox Legacy. First Look, a gap then to Almeric, and then Delacroix, and then behind these is Calandagan. Also Economics on the inside, and Ombudsman still looking on from last place, and they're now beginning the turn into the home straight, and Devil's Advocate goes up past the second horse, Mount Kilimanjaro. 4 or 5 lengths then to Almacam in third. Prague, they're well strung out. Surely these leaders will stop quickly. Fox Legacy peeling out wide. Calandagan, also Ombudsman on the extreme right. Delacroix not getting a good run. First Look runs on well. They head now inside the final 2. Almacam, Calandagan picking up well with Ombudsman down the near side. These 2 going on. Delacroix's got 3 lengths to make up. It's up in front, Calandagan, a length and a half. Ombudsman trying to get him, but the French horse is remorseless. The King George winner, Calandagan, wins at Ascot in the QIPCO Champion Stakes.